I do have a bit of a bone to pick with cycle syncing. I'm a nutritionist and intuitive eating counselor with ADHD, and I work with people with ADHD and people with hormonal conditions like PCOS, endometriosis, hypothyroidism, perimenopause, diabetes. Cycle syncing, I think we should be thinking of it as more of a spectrum than anything else. Cycle syncing basically just means making changes to your lifestyle, movement, exercise, how you take care of yourself, and what you eat based on what phase you're at in your menstrual cycle. I think my issue with it is just how it's often presented through social media. Most people, especially people with ADHD, don't have the time, energy, or resources to eat like that every day. The idea is that you eat differently based on what phase you're at in your cycle. There's 4 phases of the menstrual cycle, and ultimately this is supposed to give your body the nutrients it needs that are going to best support it throughout that cycle. And with ADHD, I think that's really jumping the gun, if you will, because you should be focusing more on eating regularly and having access to foods that contain protein, fiber, healthy fats, and foods that you like as well that you're going to eat. I think that is very much a precursor to eating differently based on whatever cycle, whatever phase you're at in your cycle. And they can go hand in hand for sure. But I think especially if you have ADHD, just eating regularly is hard enough, especially eating more nutrient dense foods. I've just seen it with a lot of clients and myself too. I did struggle with this, trying to eat in a way where you're really trying to support your hormones and your ADHD symptoms through your nutrition, through what you're eating. If you're doing that without the skill of being able to regularly access foods that have protein and fiber and healthy fats that are going to keep you satiated, that are going to keep your blood sugar levels balanced to support your hormone health as well as for your ADHD symptoms. And there's not really going to be any foundation. It can be a lot harder to maintain. It can be so frustrating and discouraging because you're putting all this effort and probably time and money into buying these things. It's just not, there's no solid foundation of being able to access these foods that are going to be really foundational to your whole body health, especially hormone health and ADHD. Just coming back to that idea of having cycles, thinking be seen as more of a spectrum than a solid plan, I guess, especially for people with ADHD, I think, just in my opinion, really building that solid foundation of being able to give yourself access to nutritious foods that have protein, fiber, and healthy fats, like the essentials that are going to keep your blood sugar levels balanced and just make you feel much better throughout the day. And once you have that solid foundation from there, adding in different types of foods with different types of nutrients that are going to be supportive of wherever you're at in your menstrual cycle.